Welcome to episode number 1 of the Charlie at Hobbywing.com show, where we'll talk to you about all sorts of cool stuff in the world of RC, tech support topics, how-tos, behind the scenes with my rigs, how we build them, quadcopter adventures, scalar adventures, and a lot of the cool events that I get to go to as well. So we welcome you to join us for episode number 1. One of the segments that we want to do every month is update everybody on the rigs that I'm using for various testing. This is my Axial SCX10. It's been around for years and years. Got a cab update for this season, thanks Hobbywing. It runs the Hobbywing 13.5, the race motor actually, and the oversized 14mm rotor from the tuning lineup. And I run a stock Spec speed control in here right now, working out all the cool rock crawl tuning things that you need to do, and seeing how it runs overall. I set this all up on 2-cell because I have tons of 2-cells, and this way it doesn't need an external BEC, and I can really just see how the speed control performs as it was made. It's only rated for 2-cell anyway. Rig itself, nothing over the top special, basic, kind of Sonoma County scalar spec rig, I guess you'd say. MIP drive lines, metal links, metal steering up front. It's got the frame mount or chassis mount steering, and then this side is a winch. Took an old servo plate, some spacers, and it mounts right up to the holes that are already in the frame, and then you just do a servo mod winch, and you have a winch servo. The axles have the Axial heavy-duty gears in them. I want to say it's underdrive in the back, but I always forget. And this rig has tons of miles on it. The cage, I did not make this. My buddy Clint Kenyon, also known as the GOAT, he made it. And I used to always run Lexan body rigs that were lightweight, in particular Volkswagens, and they didn't look super scale. So these guys decided to get me an official Sonoma County scalar rig, and did up a nice cab for it. So he did all the cage work and kind of pieced together the truck for me too, because I was lacking in some of the high-end parts. So shout out to the GOAT. But that's it. Next up, in the rig update, this is my trusty quadcopter. This thing's been to hell and back many times. It's in pieces now because I just replaced the frame on it last night, and getting ready to bolt the motors back on and get it back up in the air. It starts out as a Voodoo 210, and then I've changed the way it laid out by cut up a frame, made a different top deck, got rid of the top deck, and I mount the flight control on the actual bottom of it. There's another plate that covers all that up. It goes together through the standoff. It's a Combini flight control, X-Rotor 30 amp D-Shot speed controls, and then I've been in love with the 2205 2600s lately, a little more top speed. The 2300s are awesome also, and in fact, most of the time when we do the racing stuff, I run the 2300s more than the 2600 rig because a little more runtime and all that fun stuff. I just picked up a set of these Foxier VTXs that have the adjustable power output, and some of the new mini antennas that are out there. I normally run all the normal antennas that you've all seen before, nothing special. I just tape up the caps and put shrink wrap on them to protect them a little bit more. Camera is the normal, I want to say it's a Foxier, and then I change out the lens for a Pyroflip 1.8 lens. Get a little more vision. It makes it feel like you're sitting a little farther back in the seat. I don't want to say it slows things down, but compared to the standard lens, because you're sitting farther back, it does make it feel a little bit different in initial response. But once you get used to it, it's great. But that's it. My quadcopter that shreds the sky and makes you want to yell, FPV. This is Mark Weir's house, where I do lots of sweet RC bashing, and in the backyard there's a track. We walk through the shop. RC cars everywhere. He loves RC cars. We all love RC cars. Bikes on bikes on bikes on bikes. And then back here are chickens. Sweet lawnmower. Charging area. And the track. Go and shred some laps. What's up, chicken? We're up to here is under the hood of Mr. Weir's Super Rig, the yellow one from the videos. XR8 SCT. and the 4300 motor. It's beast mode. He just did full discharge, ran the pack start to finish. Speed control and motor barely broke a sweat. 140 degrees and like 90 degrees or 89 degrees, which, I mean, you can't even feel any temperature in it. So low C, SCTE 3.0 with the XR8 SCT system in there, 4300 kV, the little motor. This is his first time going to the swamp spot for the Charlie at Hobbywing.com show. It is a vacant lot that's on the side of the road. I want to say it's for sale. I think that's what that green sign says. There's no gate. There's no trespassing signs. There's a kind of driveway-ish deal and a clearing that has wood chips on it that we can fly from. Triple tree, redwood, number 4, and then the other patch of trees. So my guess is this was some sort of development property gone south. Nothing ever happened. It's been here for sale ever since, and we get to fly it for the most part uninterrupted because it's in an industrial zone, no houses anywhere, cops don't care. Swamp spot because it's wet. brakes don't work that good. We're getting ready to go out for some scaling. We got the cube loaded up, the dome lights on, back's full of trucks. We're meeting the goat. We got the goat's rig. We got the goat. 51's here. Johnny C's in the back. The professor's here. 51 again. We decided that we needed more fun, so we picked up the goat. So we're all on board now. Update, we're on the rocks. GoPro at night, it's going down. Everett's lights broke, might have no lights. Rich Dog's still going strong. Johnny C's here, Goat's here. So we made it to the spot, and the bad news is we saw a black cat try to commit suicide in front of the cube. So we got black cat jinx coming. Super windy, swamp is still swampy. Wish us luck.